What's going on, guys? It's Tim with Lawn and Beyond, and right now I'm headed out to my garage. Got to pick up a mower, get ready for the day. So I am down to just me and one other guy right now, and I got a couple maybe part-time help. They're not really even on payroll. I just kind of contract them out whenever they can work, and whenever I have extra work available, which is every day right now. But I try to knock it out and have long days right now. But it's getting hot out, guys, and I can't keep doing it. So right now I'm in the midst of putting together a really awesome and amazing for the company hiring system. Have gone through a lot of guys, right? And you say to yourself, I can't find anybody that is of quality. And you say to yourself, nobody works hard, and it seems like nobody wants a job, and there's just nobody out there that will take on the position, and I can't trust anybody out there, and nobody does as good a job as me, right? These are all the traits and qualities that business owner that starts a lawn care business, or most of any business, that is what they say. And so you say to yourself, and you accept the fact that you think there is nobody qualified. Well, if you have already accepted and claimed that, how would you be able to ever accept anything other than that? And second, what have you done to properly make a process that what you do to find a good, proper candidate have you implied in your company? And so you got to take a look and reflect at yourself and what you have created, because if you're just hiring people on the spot, like I am definitely guilty of, and I've been doing the last couple years, just hiring friends, hiring people that just you randomly meet that want work and you don't really find out much about them. And well, that doesn't always make them a qualified candidate of what you're really looking for, and they don't last. And I'm sure a lot of people won't always last because, you know, people are always looking for the next best or easier thing to do, or a better pay. And so I know a lot of lawn care jobs are entry level, especially when you're first starting out your company, like me right now. We don't have a lot of higher level positions, so I can't pay people to be an estimator right now. Can't afford office staff, and so all these things right now, it's going to be a growing experience on figuring out how I can get to that point. But as of right now, I know that it's my fault that I haven't found anybody because of how I've been hiring people like that. Just way big lack of effort. I have put no thought into it. And so this is the time, this is the year that I need to get serious, guys. And if you've been feeling the same way, you need to get serious too. I mean, it can't be all that hard to, you know, spend a couple weeks, test and trial it out, and put together some interviews and some questions and screening, phone screening questions, and put your job out there on the boards through a couple different companies or whatnot. And you know, it's not always cheap. You're gonna have to pay some money, but in the end of the day, it's definitely gonna cost you money to hire people, and it's gonna take a lot of time out of you as you're interviewing people. And so I definitely recommend, if you're trying to build a good quality team, make it happen. Guys, I don't know what else to say. So right now, I'll share with you a couple key factors of what I'm doing to imply in my system. So number one is, I've always taken on people on the spot, and I can't do that. And no matter what the cost is, if I have to work 12-hour days out right now, I just can't hire people on the spot. And so once I hire somebody, I know my days will be 9 hours, not 12. And if it saves me those 3 hours that I can do other things, that's awesome. And second, you know, I think you have to have good vital training for a guy, because if you're not properly trained him for your company and your culture, then they're not going to be a good match, and they never will be, because you haven't put in the time and effort for that person. And if they're not meeting your culture or meeting what you're looking for, you know, within, I'd give them 2 weeks. If they can't do what you're asking in 2 weeks, to see that they've actually, you know, gotten better, they're starting to, you know, actually learn the techniques and everything that you have in your company, then I would probably suggest that you have to let them go on the spot. And through that whole time that you're still hiring, you got to remind yourself that you're always hiring, because you can't just trust one person to stay on a job. Literally a couple weeks ago, I had somebody walk off the job, okay? He literally walked off because he was hungry, okay? I mean, you walk off because you're hungry, and we're driving by a gas station, and he refused. I don't want to eat at that gas station. I want to eat at the other gas station and get some food. I'm not going out of my route for you to get food at this gas station when there's food at that gas station. And so I just stayed en route, and I said, all right, well, I got some snacks like in the back, some trail mix or something if you're really hungry and you're not going to think you're going to make it. And he refused. And so what did he do? He, when we got to the next lawn, he literally jumped out of the truck because he was so mad. And, you know, I obviously wasn't expecting this, but that's something that you got to be ready for. And second is, you got to be ready for, you know, be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Just expect the worst to happen. All right, I'm at the garage here. I got to load up the 52 mower because I am mowing all our commercial properties, some of the bigger ones today. And so it's always a big day on Tuesday. I gotta unlock this little bolt here. Yep. Guys. So I think you need to get serious with your hiring. A lot of guys out there, man, I hear constantly a lot of complaining. I was talking to this one guy, he's like, you know, he's probably in his 40s. He's been a couple years in his business as well. He's got one other guy, he's got a buddy, and he's complaining about his friend. I mean, I've complained all the time about mine as well, my help, and never really wanted have a self-reflection and look at me as being the problem of who I hired. Now, when you're hiring people, you got to deal and take on all their baggage, and you got to accept that. And so if they're on probation, like I got a guy right now, you got to accept that if that's what you're going to do for your company. And you got to work around that if you're willing to. If they are good help, if whatever they're going on in their family, you're taking that into your company, because those emotions, everything's going to be coming into that company. You're hiring them and their family, and you're hiring them and all their problems. And so you also got to understand and realize you're hiring people, not robots. And you got to really have good relationships and people skills when hiring people, and genuinely care. I mean, I can't work people to death. You know, man, it eats me up right now that it's only us two today, because I was supposed to have another guy come in, but I had failed to even have an interview for this guy, and I was just gonna test him out. I said, you know, give him a probationary time, but he couldn't make it. I had a guy yesterday that came in. We worked 9 hours out here, and he fell asleep. he went, I guess he wasn't ready for it, and he got so tired he just he fell asleep in the middle Well, once we got to the gas station, I was like, hey man, you want like a ice cream or something? I'll get you. I know it's been a hot day. And we only got a few lawns left, like, you know, 5, 6 of them. Let's knock them out. City properties, take 10 minutes. Come on, let's get it. And I go back out from being inside the gas station, and he was out cold. I was like, yo, get up. Hey, what's up? You ready to roll? And he wasn't waking up for nothing, so I just decided, you know, I was 10 minutes from home, decided to take him home and take him to his vehicle. And even after I parked on the whole ride home, he didn't wake up. So I literally had to like open the car door. I yell, "Yo, what's up? We're back!" And he finally like, "Huh? Where am I?" Are you serious? I don't know. He was a great worker. I'll give him that. But I know this is in this heat. The heat index here is like 95 degrees. So I got to take in consideration. If he was a good worker, it was a real hot day. I know he didn't get enough sleep. Wasn't really prepared and ready. And he's a younger guy, like 19. Guys, I had to take consideration. Well, maybe if he's a good worker or whatnot, I could train him maybe part-time or something right now. You know, but not as a driver. So there's just certain things you got to do. But right now I'm hiring people, and I am looking for the best of the best to build the best team, which is it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a long time, guys, to really build a strong culture of people that are all on the same page, have the same ambitions and a strong drive, and really they have goals for their personal lives as well as goals that why they're here for the company and why they work, and they find it important in their lives, and to, you know, keep a job and stay steadily working, and that they work hard and they're always working hard. And you're not going to find that everywhere. You're not. But if you don't go through, like, you know, 20, 30 people to find those first couple hires that are just so awesome, then you're gonna really have a hard time growing a business and trying to start multiple crews. And you're gonna have crappy equipment, things breaking down all the time, like I had my first driver. You know, he wasn't fully equipped. I didn't train him properly, so I blame myself. I'm sure I had to let him go, but I still blame myself for everything, because I got to take fully responsibility for what goes on in this company. All right, guys, I hope you take action, and I hope you take responsibility. And I got to get to work, guys, for my help shows. And I think Anthony's going to be there like in the next probably 30 minutes. So, all right, see ya. You have a good day. Stay tuned, guys, for the next video, because in a couple days here, I will show you step by step on exactly what I'm going to have to do for the hiring system that I'm implementing for the company. And it's literally going to be step by step. I'll show you, and this is something I gotta stick to, because as I've been putting it together, I've been kind of, you know, shaky in and out on it, and I know if I'm gonna really be serious about it, I gotta do step by step by step and follow it just as if I was hired for my company, or having someone else do it for the HR, and that I've got to definitely just do it to a T if I want to perfect it. So, alright, stay tuned. I'll show you guys what it's all about. Catch you later.